It's not really a piece like about a certain thing, but on the first view, for sure, it involves fashion, clothing, but then it can be about many things. Like that's the nature of the work, that the viewer is putting in the content. The impulse came rather from the outside, like it was not our fascination with fashion or design, but then we found ourselves in the situation to do something with this designer, and it rather came from the talks with the designer Eva Blutt, that what her basic concept is to put clothes that already have a function in a different function, and then we basically just tried to do that with the same again, but now like real time. So it would be her process of creating design that we do on stage. The idea is not to make a joke about fashion, no, and it's rather a personal experience that we share with what it means to dress.
No, and then what does it create for the audience as well? Like, how does it communicate? We put it back in the theater, so it's speaking also quite much about this, because we don't use movement, so it's just through clothes that the piece is developed. And well, I think it's an experiment for us, as for the audience, I guess.
One aspect of every dance performance is you have to choose a costume, and so this time it was like this costume just took over the whole piece, actually. So it's not something special, but the attention is a bit extreme on one direction.
What I found also interesting in this piece is really often when you dance or when you move on stage, you often imagine yourself moving, but you're not watching yourself, of course. And in this piece, it does bring this element quite strong, that you have all time your image. And I think it's quite interesting. The fact is not really super just inner sensation, but it's really out all the time.
It's because the way we work with the audience is that it's a mirror space in between us and the audience. So this is one of the key points, how to watch this, actually. This is a new way to relate by not relating, in fact, that it seems that we are completely in our own space, but then the audience can guess that we also know that we're not alone in the space.
So it's very good in the sense of like we are in a judgment of ourselves. While doing it, we analyze ourselves, and so this is very bizarre. Each time is changing all the time, because of course every day is different. But with this piece especially, it brings the judgment, your own judgment on yourself, very strongly, and I think it's good.
We feel, of course, when there is a reaction, like people laugh, that we get reassured that people are watching. But sometimes it's also completely quiet, and still it's interesting to watch. It doesn't have to be funny. I mean, that's it's open to view in any way.